Hello guys, I'm Mechanic Pride. This video about F150 5-liter front timing cover and chain and camphaser related repair. So I hope this video helps you. And fixed in the truck, first remove the air filter and the belt tensioner and idler, and also drain the coolant and engine oil, and then remove the all of connect to the coolant pipe, feeder connect, radiator hose up and down. Also I remove the throttle body, more or less that's the housing, and then I'll put away AC compressor. I remove the 3 AC compressor bolt, mount bolt, and I put aside now. Also I remove the bottom of the oil pan for bolt. It's here. And then this one is a transmission cooler line bracket. Before removing both side valve cover, you guys first blow air dirt from the beside the manifold. So I already removed the ignition coil, and then all of the air tube, vacuum tube, even oil tube, and then disconnected all of ignition and cam sensor. Disconnect the injector, put aside the engine wire behind the left hand, and then also left hand engine wire put aside. You guys can see that this is a high pressure pump, and I connected behind the intake manifold. So we need to remove first intake manifold. This one, there are 2 connectors here, intake flap actuator connector, and then also 4 injector pure rail bolt 10 millimeter, and then beside also 6 of 8 millimeter intake manifold bolt. All of it removed, and then lift up the front portion like this, and then pull the fold whole assembly, and then like this, and then you guys can see that back of a mold connector. And then this one is a map sensor. It's so much hard to get into your hand the first time. And then also other actuator, one more connector. Now clearly I have to remove this picture. You guys can repair this arrow where it's electric connector. And then just in case I covered it with a hole with a tape. And then you can see the high pressure pump pipe and bracket. Bracket is so much complicated. So yellow mark, and then remove the bracket and the high pressure pipe connected behind the rail, and the right hand side high pressure pump. High pressure pump located right hand valve cover. So we need to first remove the high pressure pump and pipe, and then remove all of left hand, right hand valve cover bolt, and then remove the whole valve cover. Now remove the thermostat housing and water pump, and then now can access the front cover bolt. Remove the hole around the 16 or some of 10 millimeter front cover bolt, and then we can do that front cover leaking and timing chain, camphaser job, even head repair. This is the second portion of a video. I took the engine, dropped the truck. So I explained one more. I already showed the previous portion. This one is the same as the 5-liter. I already repaired the engine, and I just demonstration how to replace the timing cover and chain and phaser. Yeah, since the 18, it has the high pressure pump located right hand valve cover. So we needed to remove first the intake and the fuel pump and pipe. And first remove water pump and thermostat housing, and then all of the accessory belt, and then even put aside the H compressor. And then remove the crank pulley, and then using the multi crank puller. And then next, the left hand valve cover is much easier. Just to put aside engine wire and the ignition coil, and disconnect the cam sensor, and then oil dipstick tube. This one has a tab, and a push it down tab, and then twist counterclockwise and pull it off oil dipstick tube, and then you guys can remove left hand valve cover. And then next, the right side valve cover, I already told, high pressure pump located is here, top side, and then first remove the upper intake, and then remove high pressure pipe and bracket, and then this high pressure pump. And then you guys access right hand valve cover, and then this one is the high pressure pipe, and then remove right hand valve cover assembly. Only since 2008, dual port injection and a direct injection and port injection. It has one cylinder, two injectors, and then hole around the valve cover, and then some of edge is 30 millimeter and 10 millimeter. This one is bottom side engine oil pan through the front cover. Front side 4 bolt should be removed first, and then remove the hole around 13 and edge of the 13 millimeter, and then other 10 millimeter. Just remember which bolt goes which area. And then when you remove the front cover, and then lean down top side portion 50 or 60 degree. I showed how to do that. And then just slide lean front portion and then lift up. That's so easy. And then it has a 3 gasket, 5 liter. And then now you can see that connect to the bottom of the oil pan area. And then now it has a special tool turning the crankshaft, but we don't need this tool, just to tighten the bolt with a washer. And then workshop says rotate the crankshaft counterclockwise, and the keyway, not a timing mark, keyway 730. When 730 located the keyway, right-handed timing mark goes off. If not timing mark like this, if not the top side, do one more turn. Now it's one more turn, this one, and then keyway is at 730, and then a right-handed cam timing exhaust is the top side. Remove the right hand tensioner arm and chain guide, and then chain. Right-handed timing chain, left-handed timing chain is the same pattern but the same length. Only different right-handed, left-handed plastic tensioner arm and guide can be different. So once we remove the right-handed timing chain and the timing chain component, we needed to one crankshaft to rotate to the 1 revolution. Rotate the crankshaft to 1 revolution to the 730, and then more rotate the crankshaft to 330. Now I 1 revolution, and then more rotate the crankshaft to 330 position. I show now it's a crankshaft 330 around. At that time, you guys make sure left hand exhaust sprocket timing mark upward. Now it's the same way. Remove left hand timing tensioner arm, and then tensioner guide and timing chain. It's the same way as the right hand side. Sometimes it's harder to remove the timing chain or tensioner. This case, you guys facing this case, just slightly crankshaft back and forth, and then make a timing chain guide loom, and then remove the timing chain and guide. When it's hard to remove the timing chain component, kind of timing chain and guide, you guys can slightly rotate up and down crankshaft, more enough slack to remove them. After timing chain remover, we can access camshaft gear phaser work. Now you can see that camphaser is ready to remove. When you remove camphaser, first the pressure down, secondary chain inside the tensioner pressure. So push down the disc here several times. Push your finger or sometimes a screwdriver, and then release the pressure, and then remove the whole camshaft bolt. 15 and 18, and the intake exhaust each 3 bolt, but since 18 exhausted 1 bolt, intake 10 bolt is a different size bolt. Remove the 2mm camphaser with the timing chain, and then rotate secondary timing chain tensioner at 45 degree. Yeah, you guys can see that remove the outside camphaser and the chain, and then slightly rotate secondary timing tensioner at 45 degree. Look at that. Yeah. And then remove whole exhaust camshaft. I just attached the bolt just in case. The workshop says remove the whole assembly. And then remove timing, secondary timing chain and camphaser intake exhaust assembly. Assembly removed like this. Yeah. Left-hand timing camphaser also same way. Remove the bolt and then 2mm put away, and then 45 degree tensioner, and then remove them. So secondary timing chain is marked, also camphaser gear, and the right side mark, intake and left hand mark. I explained that intake timing mark 2 black dot between the 2 black dot intake, and then exhaust side just 1 black dot timing chain mark. You see that? Intake is 2 dot, exhaust is 1 dot. And then it has the dowel pin, and just around it has the dowel pin inside. You see here, and each side a different dowel pin. And then now put into the camshaft. When put into the camshaft, and then exhaust the timing mark for the primary timing chain, it should be right side timing mark upward, and then slightly rotate, just kind of wagging and wiggling, and then line up the dowel pin and attach the bolt and tighten the specific sequence. When installed camphaser, also same way. People the 2mm, and then slightly in, and then straight. The big portion is outside tensioner, and then slide into camshaft, and then tighten the bolt in the specific sequence. 50mm exhaust, and then 10mm is different sequence. Now I'm showing install timing chain. Now it's a camshaft keyway is the 330, and then install the left hand first. Timing mark right here, left hand, crankshaft, and then previous left hand had cam gear, and now it's liner, timing mark, and also upward left hand L mark, timing mark off. Install timing chain guide, and then timing tensioner arm. Timing tensioner needed to press down and with the table bias, and then pushed in holding pin. I already holding and then press down holding pin, and then install the timing arm and the timing tensioner. The torque is 89 plus 25 degrees. Since the 18 F150. Before the 17, only 89 inch-pound torque spec. Now torque down the chain guide and tensioner arm, and then make sure the whole timing in the mark, and then remove the pin. After installation, left-hand timing chain and other component, and needed to rotate the crankshaft clockwise 730 position. Now it's keyway 730. It's the time to install right-hand timing chain and component. Also make sure exhaust cam gear mark upward, and then line up left-hand cam gear right here, and then crankshaft timing mark is correct one. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to into the timing chain and the timing guide. I already explained one more. Just a slightly turning crankshaft hold enough slack into the timing chain or a guide. Yeah, slightly turning you guys need. Yeah, 6. Now install the left-hand timing chain and right-hand side timing chain all component. All timing mark right side, left side, and crankshaft all in the correct mark. Now it's time to put the back to the timing cover. Yeah, that is matching point, and I had block the oil pan, so much clean the surface, and then applied some this matching point, some silicone, and then also remove the 3 gasket inside and the new one put in, and then slide to the 45 degree, not a 45 exactly, it's 50 or 60, lean down top portion frontward, and then first into the bottom of to the oil pan tap area, and then push the back top portion. Yeah, now it's the tap area into the first, and then push the top side back to the engine. Now all tighten the specific sequence I attach the picture, and then the specific sequence is here. I just tightened my impact tool. Yeah, this video is just a simulation for the F150 owner and someone who wants to fix your own truck. Always follow the workshop manual. One bolt is need a specific sequence tighten. This is through the front cover to the oil filter housing. Loosen this hex 10 millimeter, and then first tighten the hex millimeter 44-inch pound, and then the same as the other timing bolt, and 18 and 60 degree. And also bottom side oil pan bolt, 89 plus 45 degree. Bottom oil pan bolt, one bolt close to oil filter housing. Workshop said remove the oil filter housing, but without removing, I all the time can do that. After the tighten the front cover, and then install the crank seal, and then crank pulley. You guys can see that just clean the crank seal keyway, and then before the install the crank pulley, put some silicone, and then tighten 74 plus 90 degree. I made my tool specific, it's much easier. And then one thing is 18 since 18, when you install the high pressure pump, here's a camshaft lobe always flat, and then tighten high pressure pump. This picture is I just attached. You guys refer how much clean, and then replace the front cover gasket, and then seal, and then welds go silicone goes front cover. Assembly auto part back of the remover, and then slightly different things. You don't need to remove intake, and the cam bolt is a different size. Also, tensional guide is 89-inch pound. 2014 and 2020 almost similar, but 2011 and 14 I set the QA 12 and a 9, and a 21, and a new vehicle neutral set the 9 and 4 o'clock. This is for the removal timing chain. Thank you for